Hello, and I am back. Nicole Daniels, Master of Public Health with a concentration in nutrition, and I'm going to talk about dietary fiber. If you missed the first session, we talked about carbohydrates, the difference between simple and complex. If you need a refresher or if you just want to know more information, you can hop back over there and it'll have that information available for you. Today is about dietary fiber. So let's go ahead and get started out of the book Nutrition Across Life Stages, which is actually one of my textbooks for one of my nutrition classes. So, dietary fiber comes from the edible parts of plants and cannot be digested or absorbed in the small intestine. Fiber passes into the large intestine intact, contributing a number of health benefits such as normalizing bowel movements, lowering cholesterol levels, helping control blood sugar levels, and aiding in achieving healthy weight. To understand some of the benefits of fiber, we must first define the different categories of fiber, which are soluble fiber and insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber tracks water and turns to a gel during digestion. This characteristic helps a person feel full longer and possibly slows down the digestion and absorption of carbohydrates, which prevents spikes in blood glucose following a meal. Food sources of soluble fiber include oat bran, barley, nuts, seeds, beans, peas, and some fruits and vegetables. Soluble fibers associated with lowering the risk of heart disease. So, I talked a little bit about how you want the fiber to kind of slow down how quickly the sugar gets into your bloodstream. So, insoluble fiber is a great way to do that. Or soluble fiber, I'm sorry, is a great way to do that. So, insoluble fiber, on the other hand, adds bulk to stool and appears to help food pass through the stomach and intestines, serving to prevent constipation by increasing stool weight and decreasing gut transit time, which in turn can reduce the risk of diseases and disorders such as diverticular disease and hemorrhoids. Insoluble fiber is found in foods such as wheat bran, vegetables, and whole grains. Fiber is also associated with possible prevention of coronary heart disease by improving the blood lipid profile. So, your blood lipid profile, when you get that from a doctor, that's basically your cholesterol level. So, it's your total cholesterol, your HDL, which you want to be great because that is the good for you cholesterol, your LDL, which is not good cholesterol, and then VDL, which is very not good cholesterol. That's the kind of the way to look at it. And so that's your blood lipid profile. The Institute of Medicine sets the DRI, which is a daily recommended intake for carbohydrates, at 45 to 65% of daily calories. So basically, if you're eating 3 meals a day or however many meals you're eating a day, with snacks and everything. So if you consume 2,000 calories a day, then this is basically saying that 45 to 65% of those calories should come from carbohydrates. And from the carbohydrates that we mentioned, like the fruit, the vegetables, whole grain, bran, nuts, seeds, beans, lentils, things like that. The RDA, which is the recommended daily allowance for fiber, is 38 grams per day for adult men and 25 grams per day for adult women up to age 50. The RDA for fiber in men older than 50 is 30 grams per day, and for women older than 50, the RDA for fiber is 21 grams per day. Um, it goes on to another section that I'll do another video on, but I just want to touch on that a little bit because um, we as in Western society do not get enough fiber. And you think, oh, it's only 38 or 25 for women, but we really don't get enough fiber. The average person may get like 8 to 10 grams of fiber per day. And so we deal as a society with a lot of constipation or irritable bowel syndrome, with constipation, or just things where you're not having good BMs, you're not pooping, And so if you can, and I always tell people work with your healthcare providers on anything because everyone is different. But if you can, definitely try to increase your fiber intake. There was even a study done between like a particular small setting, rural setting in a country in Africa, and they compared it to a town in Italy. And this town in Italy is one of the ones, Italy is known for the Mediterranean diet and it really focuses on fruits and vegetables, but even their diet had so fewer fiber grams than the particular children who were in the small rural area in Africa. And so I mentioned that because, again, it just shows that even in some of the areas that are really well known for their dietary patterns, such as Italy or any that follow the Mediterranean diet, it's still really not enough. And so, definitely talk to your healthcare provider if that's something that you know that that's a challenge for you, or that you want to find out more information and what may work best for you. Definitely look into trying to get more fiber in your diet. Have a great day.